couple episodes a day, 1 or 2 episodes a day.
And then clip a piece. And
yeah. So like yesterday I did the first 2 episodes and I got 7 clips.
Damn.
So I was like, okay, that's not bad.
So instead of finding the bamboo sticks, you were doing that.
So we can clip that.
Yeah, we'll clip that. No, I did that after I had decided after I had already gone to the stores and I realized I couldn't find the bamboo, so then I ordered it on Amazon. I also went ahead and ordered the other 2 things we need, just so you know, things I wasn't doing. I ordered every single color, so that way you could have any color you imagined, because you never responded to me about what colors you wanted. But yeah, no, I suck such ass.
what did I say? I said like green, purple, and blue.
Yeah, I went ahead and got every color.
It's because I don't get people's messages. They disappear. No, it's because I get text messages from like offers from stores.
Oh.
So if I ignore the first one, anything that comes in after, I don't get.
Well, it's
I
It
see.
doesn't
I see what
notify
you mean.
me,
I see
like,
what
unless
you mean.
I open it.
I see what you mean.
So then when I open it too late, I'm like, it's too late to answer. I'll just see them in person and let them know.
she'll just get all the colors.
It's fine. Yeah, I just got one of every color, and I was like, it's fine. What I don't use, I'll just keep. So
Not bad.
Go back to Lowe's or something.
no, I also the other 2 items I got, I was like, I know I'm not gonna be able to find these in stores, so I got those straight from Amazon because they're like really specialty. Which I mean, all of it's specialty because what we're gonna do is made in the Philippines, not here. But it'll be fun.
Filipino Christmas tradition type thing?
Yeah.
Why didn't we travel there?
Well, that's what I wanted to do for our Christmas episode. I was like, I want to do another country's thing. The first thing I wanted to do, I was so excited about, but I couldn't find in time because it is a real specialty item, but I'm not telling you what it is because we're going to do it next year. And Ben was like, I think it's...
to find it.
Yes. Ben was like, I think it's fine. You couldn't do it. I said, no.
Is it Krampus?
No, not Krampus.
We're going to eat liver.
We are eating
Like
something.
Liver King?
We are going to eat something, but it's not liver.
New tradition.
But anyways, we'll do that next year. This year it's going to be the Philippines. I don't
Still
know
have
if
all
that
the
was
hot
even the
sauce
accent.
In the Philippines. It sounded kind of Spanish to me.
Philippines, Filipino. I don't know. Yeah, the Philippines. That's what we're gonna do this year.
I
But
think, what did the Philippines do with bamboo sticks?
Everything.
they shove them up. Well, I can't go there. We'll find out. We'll find out next week. We'll find
They
out.
make boats, I think.
They make boats. Hey, that's
Well, they're in
honestly,
the water, yeah.
that could be a thing.
Yeah.
A little, you make the frame of it out of the bamboo, and then you cover it.
And that's what we'll be doing next week with the bamboo sticks.
Yep, we've decided we're making a boat now.
Science project from 3rd grade.
Trevor and I will have instructions to make the other thing we're gonna make, but
I'm making.
Juan's making a
I'm
boat.
making whatever I want.
I'm so excited to see this. Yeah, obviously we can make whatever we want with these. I'm just gonna have instructions to be helpful.
Interesting.
What kind of guy reads instructions?
That's true. That you're right. I'm so sorry. I don't even know why I was thinking. I won't.
Juan's just going to make a bamboo Christmas tree now.
You read the instructions? Oh, okay.
Juan's gonna make a whole freaking house. He's just gonna make a little Lincoln log thing.
Oh, I bitch about the instructions not making sense half the time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. But these made sense to me. So I was like,
That scares me more.
shut up. Shut up. They'll make sense.
You're gonna put too many words in the instructions.
I didn't write the instructions. I found them.
They're supposed to be so like a 5-year-old can read them. Like it's like a...
Well, the first set of instructions I found was not. I was like, oh gosh, I don't know what's happening. Am I trying to learn how to pilot an aircraft? I don't know what's happening. But the second set I found comes with pictures. I always do better with pictures. Honestly, just give me instructions all in pictures.
You have a
that's,
link to the YouTube video?
that's what I look at.
So you're asking for Legos, basically.
Yes. I don't like reading instructions. It's whenever we were putting together the new grill that we got for my birthday, I didn't read any instructions.
just buy
So
it.
I put 2 things on backwards that obviously we had to redo because I don't read instructions, but they matched the picture.
Eh?
So yeah, that's my life. But anyways, yeah, I'm so sorry about the whole Christmas snafu with
How dare
you,
you.
not with you.
So I could have delayed this till next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of wanted to
that's
see if
something.
I kind of wanted to see if you'd show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel better.
You sound better.
I really didn't think you were going to show up. Yeah, I thought you were going to be sick. I'm so sorry. You still sound sick, but you really
Yeah,
don't.
I
You don't
know.
sound that bad.
No, it was bad.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
love how this whole thing literally was like, Haley's like, all right, Juan's sick, so we're just not going to do it. And then Juan's like, all right, we're doing it. And Haley's like, okay, well, we're not doing it, but I forgot to tell them.
Well, I thought it was gonna be special.
I know.
That's what I
This
thought.
one was supposed to be the special episode. It was. And I mean,
I'm not pointing fingers, but
I even went and I didn't just say, oh man, there's no bamboo, give up. I went and I tried every other kind of wood they had available, and none of them are like as springy as I need them to be. There's a reason why the Filipinos use bamboo.
That's the only wood they have there.
True. But also it's really bendy, and
They
that's
have
what we
birch.
need. That's what we need for this thing. I need it to be bendy.
Maybe we are making a boat.
Juan said he wants to make a boat. I want to make sure that it's bendy enough for him.
it does float.
There was a Christmas song. I Shazammed it. Oh my gosh. So you know how I have my car is always on the Spanish station?
Oh yeah.
There's a Spanish Christmas song that I found that I like. Yeah, so I wanted to see if you know it. You probably do. Of course, I've never heard it. This is what it was. I really liked the way it sounded. Do you know it?
Hold on. Barely
Sorry, I
started
don't know.
like 2
Sorry.
seconds in.
Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, is it Los Bukis?
It is.
Yeah. I know. So I don't know the names to their songs because they have so many.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. They have
Oh.
if they did a concert, it'd probably take like 2 days just to
Holy
go through like all their
crap.
bangers. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
So it's like that.
So have they just been around forever, or do they just hella produce a
he's-
lot of music?
He's Mexican Jesus. Have you seen the singer?
No. This is the first song that I was able to actually Shazam in time, because every freaking song that I've heard
Texting
so
and
far
driving
that I've
over here.
liked, it's been at the very end, and I can't understand any of the words to remember them to try to Google the lyrics of the song like I do with English speaking songs. So
I mean, you would like all their songs.
Shazam is my only option, but I can look.
Or you could ask me.
I know, but I'm just gonna be like, hey Juan, do you know what song was playing at 6:43 this morning on station?
no, like-
you have to
what-
try to sing it.
No,
I'm
like
not gonna.
Even if you get a melody.
that's
Is that
another
the Filipino
country.
Christmas song? What's going on?
I was like just ask for Christmas songs.
That's true. I just didn't know this one was a Christmas song until I looked it up, and then I felt
Oh.
stupid, and I was like, "Well, duh, it's December. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah, yeah.
they're going to be listening to Christmas
Well,
songs."
that's not the only thing it's not like December rolls around and they're like only playing Christmas music.
Well, that's what happens in America, so I assume that's what happens everywhere else. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
A little bit.
I'm looking him up. Yes, he looks very
Mexican
much.
Jesus, yeah.
I wouldn't even call him Mexican Jesus. I would just call him Jesus because he has this kind of skin tone that Jesus might have had.
Yeah, it looks
And
like,
that hair.
it looks like Jesus is going to a party.
I know the hair is pretty great. They're all there to celebrate
You wanna show
him.
it?
They're all there.
Obviously, the guy in white,
I know who
The
he
good
is.
guy, Jesus.
the good guy.
I know who he is.
Oh, you knew the whole time who this song was, who the band was,
I was in
and
the car with you. I told you it was a Christmas song.
you did, but I didn't think you were being serious.
What's the
Oh,
name?
here. Otro año hice jaito. I didn't know if that was right.
All right, next week we each have to find a Christmas song in another language and
And
do a-
sing
do
it.
a
Oh my gosh,
rendition
that's
of it.
what we'll do. Yeah, we'll have to. Okay, I'm gonna do one from like Romania or Ukraine. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like,
That's what you think they sound like.
yep, yep.
That sounded-
Except they sound beautiful.
That sounded German to me.
Then maybe I'll do German. My brother-in-law took like 4 or 5 years of German, so he should be able to help me.
There you go.
This is it, guys. It's happening. I'm going to become a German Christmas song star.
Catch her in Berlin in 5 years.
They're very big on Christmas, so
They are, man. It's huge. Did you know that that's where Christmas started?
Yeah.
I didn't know that that's where Christmas started. I thought it started in Bethlehem, with the dude. I didn't know it started in Germany
With the original Santa.
with the original what?
Santa.
Oh, Santa.
Klaus.
Hey, do you want to shut the fuck up? I was focusing on Jesus. I was in goddamn church, which is a sentence everyone says.
Yeah.
Goddamn church. Yeah, I always focused on the Jesus part of it. I never focused on Santa Claus. He's not the point of the holiday. It was Jesus, but now I know it's Santa Claus. Now I know. Yeah. I didn't know it started in Germany. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, apparently Germany is like the Mecca to go if you want to go
I would love to
see
go.
The
Christmas.
Christmas markets are amazing.
Shut up, mister.
Yeah.
I've been there before. I've been everywhere
The bratwurst,
with another
the
woman.
Glühwein,
It's fine.
2 other women.
Yeah, they were eating.
Two other women.
Yeah.
Multiple women.
I mean, her grandmother was there too.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well just get in on that action.
Why wouldn't
Her
you?
last name was Sugar.
He clearly has a type. Old ladies, that's his type. It's fine. He found the right one. Yeah, so apparently Germany's the place to go for Christmas because it's super beautiful. I didn't know that. Thought that was where you went if you hated Jews. I don't know. So,
Or soccer, you know, they're good at
Yeah,
soccer
they are
too.
good at soccer.
I thought Brazil was like they're the best.
Oh, well, I mean,
Did
it's
you miss,
usually...
like the 2016 World Cup where Germany scored like 16 goals.
I was probably
Yeah.
busy studying for my last final. Yeah, probably did miss it. Silly me.
Yeah,
was
doing
drunk at a bar
unimportant
watching
stuff.
I know. Silly me. Planning for the future that I could achieve because I think we all know I wasn't going to be a soccer star. So let's
don't
not
have to-
waste my time.
You could be a reporter.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to be was a referee. Talked about that,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
not for soccer. I wanted to be a ref for
Or...
basketball.
that's pretty
You
good.
just wanted that whistle.
Yeah, I really like telling men what to do. Yeah.
Oh,
So
you know they tower over you, so
I know
they're
that's
taller.
that's part of what makes it hot.
just looking up to them. Like,
Yeah, they're so much bigger than me,
She's like...
and they don't want to listen to me, but they have to.
She's like, that's a
Literally looking
technical
at their
foul.
belly button, telling them what to do.
Yeah, I will tell the fuck out of their belly button what they
those
need to do.
stink. You're gonna get an Audi. just grab it.
Sure.
Audis would smell better, I would think.
Easier to clean.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what
I don't have one.
I don't know.
can you hand that? She doesn't want to get on camera.
I'm so sorry. I don't know if off the top of my head I know anyone that has an Audi belly button. I think I only know innies.
I knew someone,
But
who
they
had an
died.
Audi.
They
No,
died
I don't
from the
remember who it
disease.
is specifically, but they had an Audi.
Okay, all of Trevor's friends, I need you to let him know which one of you has an Audi.
I'm 90% sure it was a baseball team. So if
Not
you're
the
on
car, the belly button.
Kimball High School baseball team, you have an Audi belly button, go ahead and hit me up. So I can
Ooh,
call you out.
and an athlete. Hit us up. I want to know what that's like. What's your life like with an Audi belly button as an athlete?
How do you get an Audi belly button?
They cut your cord wrong. I'm kidding. I have no idea, but
That
he
makes
was
sense to me.
totally,
Yeah, I was
he was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Nurses fuck up.
You say it with
I'm
confidence.
kidding.
I'm
Oh
like,
no,
yeah.
sometimes they let the parents do it. So
Oh yeah, I, ain't
I
doing
think
that
that's
shit.
most of the time. I thought most of the time they let the parents cut it, but
It's just the way it heals.
I-
Had like a lot of umbilical cord skin left or not. How close you.
yeah. So I guess it's if the dad fucks up. So
I don't think my dad did it. I wouldn't do it.
y'all bitches.
or the mom. There's moms now.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm pretty sure. Did my dad cut the cord? Honestly, it might have been my grandma. My dad passed out at one point. So
Your dad passed out?
Yeah.
Her dad passed out.
really?
I like popped it out. My dad was like, oh my god. Like drag him out, like put him in a chair. Mom was like, leave him alone. I'm the one giving birth.
Right. Stop attending to the man. I have a human coming out of me.
Leave him on the floor.
Oh my God, I know. God, can we focus on what's important right now? Jesus Christ.
I still-
It has to do where they put the clip.
You think it has to do with where they put the clip? Yeah.
Not where
Well,
you
yeah.
got it,
Yeah.
where you put the clip.
Put the clip a foot and a half out so they have
Like,
like a
that makes
backwards
sense.
tail.
So what happens though? You keep it with the part that's still attached to you.
Yeah.
They like clip that, and then it just falls off. Like it turns this umbilical cord that's stuck to the baby turns like dead.
Yes.
Because there's no longer nutrients.
Yes.
Falls off.
Yes.
Depends on how much of your belly button of your umbilical cord falls off.
Yeah. Okay. So it's really on the fault of the child.
Yeah.
If they have fucked up
And whoever cuts it.
skin cells. No, we just learned the skin falls off. It's going to be dead. It's going to fall off no matter
Okay,
what.
Then why do you cut it if it's gonna fall off?
We gotta get rid of the placenta, the whole thing attached to that long ass.
Yeah.
So you
You
just
draping
cut it
that
from
around there.
over there.
By the way, speaking of which,
like this.
That's what I said. So they have a nice reverse tail.
Yeah.
speaking of the placenta, do you know I'm one of those people. I want to do something with it. I want to send I want to send my placenta off to be made into little pills, and I want to take pills because my iron is already so low. That thing is going to be so rich of nutrients, or I could just sell it.
Or if your iron's low, maybe that's also low in
I'll
iron.
just buy you some steaks. We don't need to.
No, normally what's produced out of that, whenever it comes out, they say it deplenishes a lot of the vitamins and nutrients that are already left kind of inside of you because a majority of your nutrients are being given to this other thing. So they say it can actually help your body bounce back. Ooh. I think 60 to 70% faster just in like healing, hormone balance, feeling more like yourself. I'm very terrified of postpartum depression. I'm very terrified of it. I know I'm going to be very susceptible.
Just down it right away.
Can I just eat it raw?
Yeah.
Is that good for me?
That's what
It'll come out
animals do.
and
I would think that's the most nutritious.
I
right
would
there,
feel
all
that's how
natural.
champions
That's
do
the
it.
Liver
Yeah.
King.
Can I do, you know how people will do those videos of those home births? Mine's going to end with the eating of the placenta.
Yeah, you don't even. They're like, "Can you hold your baby?" You're like, "You want to hold your baby?" You're like,
I
"Give me
can't."
the placenta.
And then I'm going to show it to my daughter and all her friends for like her 16th birthday.
You're like, "Do you guys
Here's
want to
the
see
miracle of life.
you wanna
And
see
I'm
my-
just going to keep it playing.
You want to see my first mukbang?"
That's fantastic. That's what I'm going to do to my child. What do you guys think about?
I think we're adopting.
No, I for real. I for real will be adopting because I know I can't go through for real childbirth,
I don't
but
know if I even want to adopt now after hearing what you want to do with your placenta.
I won't have a placenta if I adopt.
She'll just buy someone else.
You're gonna
Still
love
up
I was
there,
going to
though.
say, can I adopt placenta included? Can that be part of the package?
Oh God.
Are there different adoption
As soon as it
packages?
comes
Maybe
out,
this is
she's
how we,
there.
get orphanage to make some more money again. You got to keep the placenta with the kid, and it's like a.
A package deal.
If there are any orphanages that need PR assistance,
It's a combo
reach out.
meal.
We have an email. Reach out. We also have an email.
We do have an email
Yeah, I listed that on the YouTube and on the. No, I didn't list it on the
for all those
TikTok.
sponsors we get.
No,
trying
for
to
all
reach
the
out to
hate
us?
mail. No, for all the people that want to tell us how much we suck.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to read those emails. I don't know how work has been with you guys, but
I have a question.
yeah.
What the fuck is a Kev sexual? Because my dad's name is Kevin, so now I'm like, what the hell?
I didn't know if I wanted to go into this this early, but it's fine. We can talk about it. So Kev sexual is linked with Goncharov. And the two of those are linked because I just feel like sometimes it's important to point out the good parts of the internet because there are wonderful, beautiful, just wonderful parts of the internet. And then there are places where people go to die on the internet. And I experienced just the very like radical of both of those this week. And it was a lot for me.
Okay.
So is that under suggested after you watch our videos?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like if you watch our video and then it says suggested videos,
Probably.
that's what's
Kev
right there.
sexuals afterwards.
I hope not. I hope not. Dear God, I hope not. Honestly, probably not because the original
What
post.
hashtags are you using
What are hashtags?
on the video?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know what
What
I'm
kind of
kidding.
tags are you putting?
I'm kidding.
She's putting Kev sexual.
No, I'm not. But here's the thing. Okay, so Kev sexual was the dark side of the internet, and Goncharov is the beautiful, wholesome, it made me so happy part of the internet. So, and Goncharov I actually noticed first. So I think Goncharov led to Kev sexual, which breaks my heart. But Kev sexual was something that I didn't want to know about, and I only found out about it because it was referenced in another video on TikTok. And I don't know, you guys don't have TikTok, but the rest of you out there, I don't know if you've ever had one of those times where you come across something on TikTok and you're not quite sure what it is, but you think, I feel like this is something like I've got to know what it is. And so you like look into it, you search it. Well, Kev sexual, that happened to me. I was like, I have to know, what is this Kev sexual that everybody's referencing? What is this? And I just really regret that I ever had to learn anything about it. What Kev sexual is, all it is, I'm so disappointed in the female. race right now. All it is. Do you know those really annoying videos on TikTok where POV videos? Well, there's a POV video that was going around that was feminine. What did they call it? It was the feminine look incarnate, I think is what they were trying to say. It's like the look of female attraction. Okay. So it was like all these guys just doing this and then looking at the camera. And they were trying to I fucked the camera, and it was girls were voting on who was doing it the best. I don't know.
Are you saying that it was Blue Steel from Zoolander? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yes.
That's literally
That's basically what it was. And the guy that for some reason was winning, that was the best at it, it was some very just moderately attractive, which is fine. I go for moderately attractive dudes all the time because the really attractive ones scare me, like Ben. So
Who's Ben?
It's just a random, like moderately attractive white guy with blonde hair and some color blue eyes who does nothing except and it's fucking annoying because then if you go to his page, which is now taken down, thank God, any of the rest of his videos are him making fun of beating women, him doing POV of like slapping his girlfriend around and getting angry with her when they're having sex. Like, this is not, why would we ever say this is the man who is like, oh, this is the masculine form of feminism or whatever the fuck they were saying this guy was. I was like, this is the worst. I hate the internet. I hate all these women who think he's sexy and a good. Well, you don't know this guy, and he sucks.
That guy took the whole like, oh, I wish men treated women like they did back in the day, and then everybody posted a meme about women getting beat. He just took it to the extreme.
Yeah, it was just crazy, and like literally because he was posting shit that was so dark and kept getting flagged on TikTok, his account got deleted, and almost every original video I could find of people doing a stitch with this guy's video and being like, oh my gosh, if you get it, you get it. He's just so hot. Almost all of them were taken down. All of them were deleted because they found out, oh wait, we actually didn't know this guy. He's a piece of shit and actually not that attractive. So that was Kev Sexual. I don't know if his name's Kevin or what, but I guess he was saying he was Kev Sexual.
Good thing it's not your dad.
And
thank God.
Yeah, no, thank God it was not your father. It wasn't, I promise. It was really just boring. I already forgot what his face looks like, piece of shit. But the reason why I went down the rabbit hole of Kev Sexual was because earlier that week, I went down the rabbit hole of Goncharov, and I was richly, richly rewarded for my efforts. And so I thought Kev Sexual would be the same thing, and it obviously did not yield the same results. But Goncharov was a fantastic... I've always been a fan of Tumblr. I know people say that Tumblr's not where it's at anymore. Tumblr is where you go if you're not cool, and that's why I'm there all the time. But I think Tumblr's making a comeback. And there is a fantastic, wonderful community that I found on Tumblr that is in love with the Martin Scorsese film, the 1973 mob classic Goncharov, that has won several awards, that Martin Scorsese has referenced in interviews himself as being one of his most favorite films that he ever made. And this movie doesn't exist.
Interesting.
A whole community has just made up this film and references it when they're reviewing real, actual movies. They'll be like, well, this movie was a piece of shit. Now, if you want to see a real mob masterpiece, you go to Goncharov, Martin Scorsese, classic film. And I mean... that's how this started, and this whole community has just, they've created movie posters, they've created real movie reviews of this. Again, Martin Scorsese was in on it. Martin Scorsese actually said in an interview that Goncharov was one of his favorite movies that he ever worked on. So it made me so happy. I was like, there's this magical place where we've just all decided, this movie exists. We just made it up. And we've come up with all the characters that are in it. We've come up with the plot line of it. It's fantastic. It just made me so happy that a whole community was like, no, cool. This is real. And then the director was like, sure, I'm in on it. This is real.
I'll take credit. Why not?
Yeah. it made me so happy. So then of course I saw Kev Sexual. What is this?
And then you were like, oh.
And then I wanted to die. I was so sad.
I thought Tumblr was where you went if you wanted to see like titties and stuff.
Dude, it was.
See?
Tumblr was the best for porn. Tumblr was the best porn
I still
until
don't have one of those, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So it was really great porn until they came out with all their restrictions, and then the porn went away, and then most people, well, all the cool people left. I stayed because then I found out what people were doing is a lot of people were creating these communities, and they were role playing, and they were like typing as these other characters, and they were creating stories. Like I was part of a Hunger Games society where we all played characters that like got drafted into the Hunger Games.
So you played D&D without rolling dice.
Right. Okay. Like that's just, I started role playing with all these. I was role playing in Disney things. I was role playing with some TV show called The Fosters, which I did not know about until I was on Tumblr and I realized they were all fucked up and they just all sleep with each other. So like it was great. It was great.
Damn.
But yeah, so I still love Tumblr to this day. And now Goncharov, I'm like, okay, Tumblr has always been my home. It's always been for me.
So now you're in an RPG of Goncharov.
Oh my God, that's it. Now I need to find an RPG of Goncharov. And maybe I could find one of Kev Sexual where we kill him. Maybe I could start it.
Maybe he's too powerful.
Don't break my heart with junk like that. Don't break my heart. But so that's what those two, yeah.
So that was your whole weekend?
That was a big part of last week. Yeah, last week was a lot of. Last week was a crazy roller coaster.
Can't wait till I get home and I get on my Tumblr.
Yeah, that literally is. That's what it's like. And you know what's so sad is because whenever you make, I don't know, it's probably different now. And now I just have the one account because I'm not actively role playing. But when I was in high school and I was in college and I was like actively role playing, you could not have multiple profiles. You could only have one account. And so if you wanted to have multiple accounts, you needed that many multiple email addresses. And so I had like 16 different email addresses because I was like 16 different characters. I mean, like it was bad. Like when it was at its worst. I mean, I remember my mom coming into my room. She'd be like, I thought you were at work. I haven't seen you all evening. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just on my computer. And she's like, it's been 4.5 hours. And I'm like, oh gosh, sorry. Just typing stories. And it was literally stories about like, I would be Jeannie and I'm meeting Cinderella. So I'd be like, then Jeannie was like, the fuck's wrong with your shoes, girl? And gave her a new outfit. Like,
with some Skechers with the strap.
Yes, Skechers with the strap.
Hit him with the light up shoes.
Yeah.
Yes, that way people knew she was the coolest. It's eye catching. But what I was gonna say was, I don't know how your guys' week was at work, but I had a really hectic week.
Same.
A bunch of things were changing. What happened what was your week?
I worked 10-hour days. Well, I was super sick, so.
Oh my gosh, because of clothes?
A little bit, and then like I'm covering for someone else, and I didn't realize they have like, I don't even know how many stores they have. It's Tom's King.
Oh, they have a lot.
They have a lot. So I just, so like I have to learn it. Like I have to pick it up. So I have to, it takes time.
How long are you covering it?
Well, the person I'm covering for is on maternity leave, so I think.
Fuck, like 6 weeks?
No, like 2 months. This month and next month. So like 3 months, I think, is what I'm going to cover.
Gives out 3 months for maternity leave?
I don't know. I'm not a woman.
The most that... Well, and I already said your company's name, so I'll bleep it out.
Yeah.
But my company only does 6 weeks.
Oh, that's not bad. I have no idea.
I don't know because they put it
Mine also does paternity leave, though.
Oh, well, they put it on the schedule, but like she was still clocking in, and I was like, when does she leave? And then one day they're like...
It's just really stressful to be pregnant. You need to take some of that stress.
No, I know, but like if you put it on the schedule, like...
Right.
That's the day that you leave. I expect you not to be there. And then you're there.
Yeah.
For the first week, and then you're not there. And then you clock in randomly, and I'm like...
Oh, that's weird. Is she like trying to get extra pay?
I don't know.
I don't think that's how that works, lady.
So then I was like, well, I can't... Like if she's working on it, I can't work on it at the same time.
Right.
So then the next day they were like, "Hey, did you get all this done?" I was like, "Well, no, she was in here."
No, bitch was in it. God damn, that's annoying.
So then I was just late on everything for that, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks."
And then it takes you even longer to get better. That sucks. Well, that could be.
And
that
then
could lead to a very
I've been asking for
stressful week.
PTO, but it keeps getting ignored, so I don't know what to do.
What?
I haven't gotten a response, and then everyone else's is going out, and mine isn't. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not gonna get it.
Bullshit.
I know, right?
Directly email your person. Yeah.
I
I'd be like, hey, motherfucker.
don't care.
Just letting you know I'm not showing up these 2 days. And it looks like you haven't acknowledged. I will also not be here on these fucking days. Oh my God. That's okay. That's annoying. What about you?
Just constantly just trying to solve problems. Like that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
So there's not a decent week is just like if I get like, I only work like 8 hours a day, which I usually can do pretty good because usually I'll go like maybe one day I work 9, but then the next day I'll work 7.
Oh, good.
So I'll like use the afternoon to catch up, but then I'm like, I'll just go in late the next day.
Yeah. There's some balance. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Well, also, I still don't get why our supervisors get in there late.
Yeah.
Who's your supervisor?
I don't know, honestly, at this point.
Cool.
Well, but they're always in
Cool.
at 9, so I'm like, if I
Yeah.
have an emergency at 8, I have to wait till 9.
Yeah.
Which happens a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
time.
Happens a lot.
So they lead by great example.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
That's rough. I'm sorry.
What happened with you?
Well, my workload's not necessarily getting any more stressful, but we are having a lot of personnel changes
Oh,
because we are
because of Kev sexual.
yes. We're responding to the epidemic.
It was the president of the company.
It's the son.
It would probably be his grandson. But we're having a lot of personnel changes because we're combining 2 different divisions at work. So it used to just be I was part of one division and then there was a separate division and now we are combining. And so we've got to change. There's only one DVP per division. There's only one district controller
Are you gonna have civil
or
war?
division controller.
Yeah.
Well, no, region just announces who it's going to be and we just kind of deal with it, which we kind of knew the DVP was going to be the DVP of the other division because ours was recently fired, but we didn't know who the new DivCon would be because we had a DivCon. They have a DivCon. Well,
Hey.
our DivCon got notified he will not be the DivCon. And then after they told him, they had to make an announcement to all of our team to let us know. And so, but I mean, the accounting team, because we've lost a couple people, it's just me right now. So they just called me into the office and they were just like, hey, just so you know, other guy is going to be the DivCon, not your DivCon. Nothing else is really going to change. You're still going to report to who you report to. You're still going to do the same things. And I was like, yeah, the person that's going to affect the most is obviously the person being demoted.
Yeah.
That's the person that's going to affect the most. But this was a decision that a lot of office people feel like needed to be made. A change needed to be made in our office. So we think maybe this will be good for everyone. Mm-hmm. But so this announcement's being made to me. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, wow, this is great. This is awesome. Okay. Like things are changing. Things are happening. This is good. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll work together and we'll get through this. And then I go back to my office and then the person that gets demoted comes into my office and shuts the door to talk with me about it. And then says, as if like maybe I wouldn't have understood because I wasn't just in there. They sit down and they just look at me and they go, so basically what just happened is I was demoted. And I'm like, yeah, yep.
You're a better person than me. I would have been like, what?
I was in there. Yep. And I was like, yeah, so it's just less work for you, right? And they were like, well, I guess, yeah. And I said, yeah, all the write-up reports, all the month-end narratives, all the things you have to send to region that you hate doing every month. And they were like, yeah, I guess it's just going to be a lot less work for me. Because I know those motherfuckers didn't take any of their pay.
Yeah.
They should have, but I know they fucking didn't. They were just like, it hurts here after 18 years.
Are they fucking Matthew McConaughey and
Yeah.
Right.
Wolf of Wall
Like,
Street?
it hurts here after 18 years. Well, You know what hurts here is being told by your white male boss to not use the words white male privilege, which now I can do. So
I don't think you should use that here.
I'm not going to.
Okay, good.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
No. There's no white male privilege here. Don't worry. The only white male privilege here would be from that motherfucker, and I'm not letting him get away with any of it.
I don't think so.
That's why I didn't tell you shit about the plans changing.
Well, then what
I
the
wanted
fuck,
to see if
man?
you could figure it out for yourself with your white privilege.
Dude, I just show up and
I know.
it's whatever. I just show up. It's whatever. We could record outside. Oh, okay, cool. Whatever.
No, sounds good. Sounds good.
It'd be so cold. Yeah, probably though. I could see you guys doing it.
Just
you guys
wear a
would be
beanie, dress for it. You'll be
fine with it.
You already have a sweater.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So that was your approach to your coworker?
Yeah.
What was the response?
I just sat. Well, because I could tell this person was wanting, like, me to console them and make them feel better, which I was not going to do because fuck this person.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was just, I literally, I just sat there and I didn't say anything, and then they eventually got up and left my office.
So were you surprised with your approach? You're like, yeah, that worked.
I was very surprised, mostly because I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to say, so I was trying to think of what to do and what to say, and because it just took so long,
Yeah.
they just eventually left, and I was like, okay, cool. Oh, thanks. That worked out great.
I thought you were gonna faint from your anxiety attack or something.
I know, really? Like I thought maybe it would happen. But then when I went around to my districts and I told them, like, hey, you guys are going to get an email. Our DivCon's not the DivCon anymore. They were demoted. Every single person I told, their first reaction, they were like, really? Like they just smile. A smile. They're like,
Dang.
what? And I was like, yeah, dude, it's happening. It's happening.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Would you say God's work? God's life?
it's Kev's work. It's Kev's work. This is the one reason we pray to the Kev sexual. He does provide.
If you hit that woman 3 more times,
We will get what we
we'll get
desire.
what we need.
And then something else did happen at work. I thought it was going to be more exciting. A bunch of my coworkers just think maybe I almost got abducted, which was not true. I was not close to getting abducted at all. Didn't even see another human. But
That doesn't mean you weren't close. That means they're good at their job.
that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
So I got a text message on my work phone. This is not my work phone, but I got a text message on the work phone that said, hey, be sure and get some cookies before you leave. We just ordered a case. I have dropped what I'm doing. Cookies.
How did
cookies.
you not get fucking... How are you not the kid who got into the
Also,
van?
That's what I'm saying.
who orders a case of cookies?
Someone that works
No.
with
but
Haley
you
Puckett.
order a box of cookies.
That's what I was thinking.
Not when you are this serious about it.
A
You order
case?
a case.
Yeah, like he's like, hey, there's a
No.
pallet of cookies in
Also,
the back.
well,
Exactly,
also
yeah.
Christmas time is coming, and so I'm thinking we give gift
What
baskets
is-
to some of our customers. We give holiday gifts to some of our customers. So I thought maybe we also provide cookies, and so it was just like, hey guys, we got a whole fuck ton of cookies. We're not going to need this many.
Yeah.
Come and get some extra. I don't know. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the face. I was like, cookies are here. Only problem was I don't recognize the phone number
Where's here?
that texted me. I'm like, fuck.
Out in the parking lot, in the back alley.
Well, I'm like, okay, I don't know whose phone number this is, so I don't know where is here? And so I text back. I said, where is here? And I get a response in the back room. And I'm like, well, back room? Do they mean the shop? So I go back to the shop and I find the managers and I'm like, hey,
Where are these cookies?
are there
at?
cookies here? Where are the cookies and they're like, what? And I said, there are cookies here. And they said, no, we don't have any cookies. No one has ordered cookies. And
Yeah.
I said,
Are you high?
and I said, oh, you know what I bet it is? I bet someone texted me from another one of my districts. And okay, so here, these two other managers have been with the company for a while. So I'm like, here, let me read off this phone number and you tell me who it is, because it's not a phone number I have saved in my phone yet. And this has happened once before. And I asked these managers to help me figure out who was texting me, and it was the IT manager. Because a lot of these people, they're transferred from different states, so it's very common to get out of state numbers calling you and texting you. So it was an area code I didn't recognize, and I'm reading it off to the managers, and the managers are both like, I don't fucking know what area code that is either,
Yeah.
Haley. And they type it in. It's not a number they know. It's not a phone number they know. They go to Google it, and as they're Googling, I get another text message from this phone number that gives me an address. And I was like, what? And it's not an address, and it's not an address to a home. And I was like, whoa.
Was it an address locally though? Like here,
I need to go look, because it was like the address didn't even make sense. It was like they only sent me one line of the address, making it seem like it would be local.
I see.
But when I put it in my GPS, nothing came up. And then as I was saying that, as I was like, guys, type in this address. Let's find out where it is. One of the managers had typed in the area code, and he was like, Haley, this area code is from Africa. Stop interacting with the phone number. And I was like, but wait, hold on, because now they sent me an address. And he was like, stop. We're not looking up the address. We're not going to figure out where these people are. You're not going to get these cookies.
Let's go shoot an episode of the pod.
I kind of want to go figure out if there's cookies there. I got so upset. And so now everyone at work is like, wow, are you
Wait,
really? You just get
you can
notified that
text her,
there's
yeah.
food and you would get taken? And I said, no, I wouldn't get taken. And then, of course, the manager's like, oh, hey, lady, it's just in the back of my white van,
Yeah.
way in the back, behind the
They
chains.
pulled a good old Ted Bundy. I need help lifting this chair into my fucking VW Bug.
Exchange out the word chair for chocolate bunny, and maybe
Maybe
I'll
he was
help.
in there, yeah.
Maybe I will help. But anyways, so that's apparently I almost got abducted from work, but I don't think that almost happened. I just almost got cookies is what happened, and then I didn't. So I'm really sad about
You're like,
that.
it's actually a disappointing turn of events.
I had to go get cookies after work. I had to go and get some cookies because I was like, this is insane. I have a hunger now that needs to be satiated.
So if anybody's trying to kidnap Haley, just say you have cookies.
Or food.
Or food.
Yeah. I
Her
like
favorite is sugar cookies.
Yes.
She won't even question it.
That's true. I also like spaghetti.
Okay. If you fucking get in a van for some spaghetti, you deserve.
I haven't gotten in a van for spaghetti.
Some guy's like, hey, I have spaghetti in my van. And you're like, oh my God.
The most like thing I ever did was I went into a neighbor's house that I'd never met before because they had lemon bars. But they had lemon bars.
What?
Like the most scary thing I think I've ever done when it comes to
I don't know
food.
what lemon bars is.
Oh, it's a very delicious dessert. It's like they're on little like graham cracker crust, and it's just like a little lemon custard thing. It's kind of like a little fudge brownie, but instead of fudge brownie, it's lemon. And you just they're
You've
very
probably
good.
seen it
Yeah,
at like a
maybe
Christmas
seen
party
it.
and then like never grabbed
Yeah, I've never ate it.
They're very good. And lo and behold, here I am. And I got lemon. What did I just call them?
Bars.
Lemon bars.
Yeah.
So I got something out of it. So see, fine.
Yeah. I would sometimes, like, if people, when I was delivering Chinese food, some people would be like, oh, like, you know, oh, come in and like help out. I would kind of look in the house, and every once in a while I would say no, but most of the time it was like regulars and stuff. So I would just be like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah. It's regular. You've
This
seen
one
them
guy
before.
literally was like, he was like, it was just like him and his wife at home. Maybe they were trying to have a threesome or something, because he literally was like, oh, come in. You want to watch the game? You want to do something? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I'm good. Like, you're like the furthest fucking possible house that we could have delivered to.
And you're working too.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little sketch.
But I was just like, nah. But I didn't feel like threatened or anything. But also,
Right.
they were small. Like, he was probably like fucking 5'7", 150 pounds.
So then they were definitely interested in a threesome.
Yeah, maybe.
He wanted to climb you like a tree.
Fucking.
Oh
maybe.
man. Oh man. Why didn't you? You could have had a real experience for us to share.
It was far. It was just so
You're
far.
right. It was
I
far.
literally
It was
was like,
far.
well, because it was like, because there's just like, there's Tracy and then there's Mountain House, which is, I think technically maybe a city now, but really it's just like a big neighborhood. I don't even think they have a grocery store or anything up there yet. But we would
Oh, man.
deliver out there. But if we delivered out there, it was kind of expected that we would be gone for like, I mean, it takes 20 minutes to get out there just to get there. Then it's to like, you know, go around the neighborhood, get the house, give them the food. Hopefully they answer right away and whatnot. And then it's like, you know, 15, 20 minutes back. So you were going to be gone for at least like 30, 40 minutes.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was already like, I got to fucking go, man. We got more to I think we were like busy. So I was just like, I got to get back. I got to go. So
Yeah.
I didn't even like think about it. I was just like, here's your food. Fucking do whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Watch like a minute of the game. And then I was like, all right, I got to go. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
From
I'm
the
out.
window.
Deuces.
Just standing outside.
Deuces. That's interesting. What about you? What's the riskiest thing you've ever done with food?
With food?
Yeah.
Probably nothing, honestly.
You ever like, don't know if that's quite ready, but I'll take a bite of like steak or something?
Oh yeah.
We can count that.
No, not that. Though.
Oh. No, I would never do that, you fucking psychotic
No, it's
person.
when I found a nail in the egg rolls. Yeah.
There was a nail? Like a hammer
no,
nail?
no, like a
No, like
your
a full
fingernail.
nail.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So like, I didn't want to grab it because I was like, I don't know, they look weird, but whatever. So I grabbed it and then I think, was it cut up? I don't remember. Like the egg roll, was it cut up?
Like how sometimes they'll cut it into
In
like 4
half?
little pieces or something.
Or something.
Yeah, because it's about this big and you can cut it into 4 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them looked weird because I was like, I don't know, the meat looks weird, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started chewing it and I was like, oh, there's something hard in there and it feels like a nail, but I want to think it's a bone because they use like ground.
Oh no, you're like, please, dear God, be a bone, be a bone, be a bone.
Exactly. So then I chewed it from my right to my left, but then it sat on my tooth perfectly. And I was like, that has to be a nail.
Yeah.
So,
He does everything he can to figure out with this thing in his mouth what it is.
Because at that point you're half like, I just kind of want to just swallow it, so I don't even know.
So I don't even
in
know.
my mind, I can
You're
just
right.
be like, it is a
You're
bone.
right.
It was fine.
but also we're at a big gathering. Like it's a big,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people. So I don't want to be rude.
Oh,
Like it's not like we're at
fudge.
home. It's,
Yeah.
it's a big gathering.
Okay.
My egg roll, by the way. I did
Exactly.
So, but like someone that you're eating with has made these.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So then,
Okay, that's probably more awkward a situation than I've ever been in. Ooh, no.
So
you
then
go.
You can't spit it all out because
Yeah.
that's rude. So then I have to keep this weird part in my mouth as I swallow the rest of it. Right.
Yeah.
And then you pull it out and you're like, oh, it's a
Pull it out,
fucking nail.
and it's a full nail. Like
like a
big.
like a fake nail or like a legitimate.
I don't know.
Ah!
I don't know. If it was
I'm like,
fake
because
or
if it was a press on, that's just plastic.
That's true.
fine, you
That's
know?
true.
That's
Well, I don't
plastic
know,
with some
though.
glue or something.
I don't know.
Ah!
I
Because
don't
if
know
it's a
it was
real nail,
real.
that's a lot worse.
But
That is
it
a
was,
lot worse.
It was big. So
Yeah.
it was probably like my pinky, a little bit smaller than my pinky. Maybe your pinky.
It's like a full size, like.
But a full
extra
size,
long-
this full size
It
fingernail.
was big like that. Yeah.
Okay, so then it had to be a press on nail. It had to be.
What if
I
it was
don't
like a
know.
full size, like coffin? You know what I mean, like coffin style. Like someone's like.
Oh my God, that's pretty bad.
So then I have to
that's
sit in that
pretty
room,
bad.
Yeah.
acting like I didn't
Acting
just-
like you're fine.
Yeah.
Have
like
you?
I
Okay.
wasn't this-
So then, have you
yeah.
ever eaten food from that person's house again?
No.
See, that's the thing. I wouldn't be
Oh,
able
wait.
to.
I think I have, but I gotta make sure I can see it all as it's put out.
the person that everyone gets sick from.
Yeah.
Ah.
Fuck. That sucks.
Yeah, so-
Okay.
But like I like egg rolls, so it's like
No, I love egg rolls too.
Yeah.
I would have tried it.
exactly.
That sucks. That sucks.
What I'm saying, like imagine trying to eat one after that.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. No, I don't know if I'd ever be
Like it's
able to.
traumatizing.
Like, I really love crab rangoon. That's probably my favorite thing to
Yeah.
eat there. And even if I found a nail in that, I don't know if I'd be able to eat it again. And that's a shame because I love crab rangoon. So one time at work, we had it wasn't even a potluck. It was just like someone from work brought up a dessert. They were like, hey, I made this
Oh.
thing. And I ate it. And it tasted good. I didn't think anything was wrong with it, but I started having a severe allergic reaction like I've never had to food before. I'm not allergic to any food. I'm not allergic. Speaking
far
of
as
this
you know,
as
yeah.
this recording date, I'm not allergic to anything, and I will try anything that someone sets in front of me. So anything I've encountered, luckily, I've also never been allergic to. This person just made a strawberry bundt cake with cream cheese icing. Sounds right up my fucking alley. Sugar and sugar. So I ate some and I started, like, my neck was
Swelling up.
my neck was swelling up and I started to get red blotches all over my throat. And like I felt like my tongue was swelling up a little bit and I felt like maybe it was getting a little harder to breathe, but I thought also maybe I was just being a little hypersensitive. But then other people I sit with, and not just women, like men don't notice anything. Men were sitting next to me and they were like, Haley, you look like you're swelling, like your neck and face, you look like something's wrong with you. And so a woman in the office was like, you need to take a Benadryl. And I took a Benadryl and then it was fine. That solved everything. It went down. But the woman that made the food came up to me because she felt horrible. And she was like, I am so sorry. I should have told you, the ingredients and stuff I put in that cake. And she's listing off these ingredients and it's nothing that I'm allergic to.
Yeah.
And she said, do you know of anything that you're allergic to? And I said, I know one thing I'm allergic to. And she said, what? And I said, cat hair. And she has 2 cats.
No.
And I never again, I could not eat anything from this person's house. I never could. And I mean, literally, I know that I'm allergic to cats and I'm allergic to dogs just because if their hair gets on my face, my eyes will water. So I know I'm a little allergic to them, but I didn't know I was allergic that much.
Yeah.
That's how you know they look like cats walk on the
Yes, while they're fucking cooking. That's disgusting. And they don't clean it. And it's just, disgusting. So that's probably not like life-threatening, but probably the grossest thing that's happened with me in food.
I've had a couple like allergic reactions, but I don't know what it is. I'll just get red. Like literally my face gets red and then it starts to go across my whole body and I just get hot. Like I'm like, all of a sudden I'm like, I'm fucking sweating hella bad and it'll just like stay for like a little bit and then it'll just like go away.
Huh.
But that's all that I've ever, because like I had it in class a couple times, had it a couple times when I was like going to work. I think I had it one time at like our old job.
Yeah.
And then maybe one time at like where we're at currently, I had it, but I don't know what causes it or anything, but I'll literally just all of a sudden I'll be like, man, my neck kind of itches. And then I'll like look at like my arm and you'll just like literally just red across my whole body.
Interesting.
And then if I take like a allergy med or something, it'll go away quicker or it just goes away in like 20-30 minutes. And but I'm just like hot and fucking itchy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Oh,
and then
you thought it was
just goes
because
away.
of like the coffee stuff.
Yeah, because some of the coffee at our old job, I don't think people like changed the like filters or anything really.
Okay.
And sometimes I would have something from there.
Okay.
Because you
Okay.
said it usually happens after coffee.
But yeah, it was like after I would be like, but it happened too. Yeah, because maybe when I worked it back at Home Depot, it happened a couple times. Sometimes I would have coffee from there. So I think it might be like if people don't like clean their Keurig or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't. But I don't know because I
But
haven't
that's
had.
weird though. Like
Yeah, I
to
haven't,
have that
I
reaction.
haven't had it in like
Yeah, it
probably
is.
like a year or so. But I think I had it like one time when I was at the job I'm at now, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go home.
How interesting.
Yeah, I totally didn't need to go home, but I was just like, I'm just gonna.
No, yeah, go home.
It's nice because then I'm like all red. I'm like, I need to go home. And
Yeah,
everyone's
no,
like,
it's
"Oh,
physically.
whoa,
Yeah,
whoa."
there's a physical reason. I need to. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Except I'm just like, I'm just hot and itchy. I'll be good in like 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't need to know that.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
exactly.
Dude, it's the same thing as like I didn't do this all the time, but my dermatographia, basically my skin is really reactive. And I know because I've had it for so long that my body reacts the opposite of normal bodies. So like when I have mass trauma to my skin or what my skin sees as mass trauma, a lot of people will put ice on it to help that swelling. The opposite happens. It makes the swelling worse. I know this. So there were a couple times in middle school when I was like, I don't feel like doing this assignment.
Yeah.
I would just take my pencil, my pen here. I'd take this bad boy and I would just like, and then it would start to bubble up. Get a couple ice cubes, just put it on there. And literally in 15 minutes, this whole front side of my arm would be bubbling up and my teachers would freak out and be like, what? Just go to the nurse. I'd be like, okay. And then I'd just go like hang out in the library or hang out with my cool teacher, Mr. Reents.
He's like,
So how many
fucking-
times did that work?
Every time I used it. I just didn't use it very often because a lot of times I enjoyed being in class, but sometimes I got bored.
Yeah.
Start bringing ice cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's
throwing
why.
them at you.
Well, the kids that I went to school with, I think I've said this before, they wouldn't sign my yearbook because once they found out that if you scratch my skin bubbles up, they would sign my skin. So they would take pens that were out of ink and they would sign their names on my arm. They would take the points of mechanical pencils and just push the lead all the way down and scratch across my shoulder like hags. And I'm like, you whore.
So what happens when you get a tattoo?
it hella swells.
No,
It
no.
never looks like I've always had to. Every tattoo artist that's ever done a tattoo on me, they're always like,
Are you gonna be okay?
and I'm like, don't worry, we can come back tomorrow and take pictures. Because if you ever take pictures of it right after, it never looks like it's actually supposed to look. Like whenever I got my book done and my book bubbled up, it literally looked like it was a fucked up hexagon. It didn't look like a book at all.
And the artist is probably freaking out. Like,
He was like, and I was like, don't worry, I swear to God, it's good. No, it's really good. And he's like,
What?
because then it's also, and that's also why I'm very upfront about it, because I worry sometimes if I get a piece that's too big, like this piece, because it was so big, I worry it's going to start swelling up and they're not going to be able to keep their lines. They're not going to know where the fuck they're drawing because they
Yeah.
can't tell what the bottom half of it
they
is.
like make it look good as it's bubbling, and then when it fucking goes back to normal, it's all wobbly.
right. So yeah, that's what happens when I get a tattoo. But also really quick.
So now we know if you get beat up
Yep.
immediately.
Well, that's also why
Don't
all
nice it
my bruises look so much worse than they really are. So like when I was showing you guys all those pictures of those bruises after we celebrated
Oh,
Cass,
Yeah.
I know I really
we didn't know that.
I know I really did hurt myself, and I really did probably run into some shit, but it really doesn't take much for me to look like, oh my God, we saved her from a domestic abuse relationship. Like,
So if you ever want to ask PTO and they want proof, just
yeah.
right away,
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just like casually miss a step and fall down a couple of stairs because even that looks like maybe I've survived like a bombing. So I came across this beautiful piece of audio that I wanted to share with you guys.
Okay.
It is,
Is it us?
no, it's
Good.
a gentleman who is defending himself in a court of law.
Ooh.
I just always think it's interesting to listen to these people who decide, no,
Yeah.
I don't need a lawyer.
I'm gonna defend myself.
I can defend myself. I'm better than an attorney who goes to school for 7 years,
I think I've
It's only 3. Let's calm down there.
studies for whatever. I'm
some
including.
people take
I'm
more.
including. I'm
Some
including.
people take
Yeah,
more.
I'm
It's
including
It's
people. I'm including people that maybe need to try a couple
maybe
more times.
Failed the first year 3 times in a row.
I'm also including people who
Take a
maybe
break,
didn't know they
yeah.
wanted to be a lawyer in the beginning.
They take a break.
Maybe they went halfway through school, decided they wanted
Well, are
to
you
do one
counting
thing.
undergrad?
Yes.
Okay, well then
See,
yes.
that's what I'm counting undergrad. 7
I
years.
don't count undergrad.
See,
That's like
I
a
do.
baseline now.
No, but it's not a baseline. People getting a bachelor's degree, not a baseline.
Tell that to everybody who has a bachelor's degree, and then they're like, "Oh, look at this entry-level job," and then they're like, "You don't have experience."
Wow, I'm so sorry to all the blue collar workers we have that watch this podcast. I think that you're still a person just because you don't have a bachelor's degree. I'm so sorry
I
for
never
anything.
said that they weren't a person.
For anything. Like I still think that you deserve good jobs. I really do.
Yeah.
Kidding. So I always think it's funny to hear what their process is, what their strategy is. I didn't even know. I knew nothing about this man's case and what he's defending, but I still feel like I was able to predict whether or not he was successful. So I thought maybe you guys would want to listen and see whether or not he's successful in his defense.
I don't even think I need to listen.
It's about a minute of audio.
I think I've heard it.
The evidence is going to show my neighbor, Khalil Brown, whom they are trying to keep out of this trial, witnessed me take 3 strikes. The evidence is going to show that law enforcement and this administration wanted to make me look like a menace to society. So they added several mini strikes on that video and audio that you just heard. And they added several statements that I did not say. Anything that I may have said, they exacerbated it and made me say it consecutively over and over like Allahu Akbar, which I may have said once or twice. But they wanted to make me seem like a terrorist, and so you hear it 8 or 9 times.
I think he's successful.
That's his defense.
Yeah. I think he's solid. Why would you pay for a lawyer when you have that?
Their evidence
I was gonna say they have
is
to give
going
you
to
proof.
show
Will show.
how I did all these things. But I believe I did not.
It was. I like how he's like.
I may have
once,
or twice.
but they said 8 or 9 times. They have exacerbated it.
And I'm sorry. Do you think the best strategy to defend yourself is screaming at the jury? He's just yelling at the jury. There's no one. That was an opening statement.
He's just projecting his voice. He wants to make sure everybody can hear him in the room. Okay.
That's his inside voice.
Once in
The-
Oklahoma County, Judge Trump, he was like,
Exactly. Like you just gave the list of
yeah, you just gave
items
can't.
found.
I can't. Well, literally, just that. I may have said it 1 or 2 times. And even so, in the earlier part of that recording, I don't know if you could tell, but he says that he did strike the woman 3 times.
Yeah.
But they add several
Yeah,
more
they add
strikes.
more.
I'm like, so you admit
He's like, and then
to
they put
beating
it on,
her?
They put it on a loop. I thought it was 3 strikes. You're out. I only hit her twice, Your Honor.
There was another when I found that there's another piece of recording, another gentleman who defended himself, and he's questioning the person that he attacked
Yeah.
because they survived. It's his son. He asks his son, who's like 10 or 11, because he attacked his son, and he's like, so
Where are they from?
was it me who attacked you that night?
And the kid's like, yeah.
And the kid says, yes. And then the father says, and who do you believe attacked you that night?
And he's like,
And the son says, you did, Dad. And then he's like, no further questions. That was all he had.
he ran out. He's like,
That was his defense.
he's like winking at his son. He's like, was it me who attacked you that night? And the kid's like, yeah. And he goes, all right, I'm done. That's all I had.
And then he's like, no. And who do you believe attacked you that night?
How funny would it have been? The kid's like, after that second question, he's like, it was Mom.
That'd be great.